Welcome everybody. Welcome to Scott. I am joined tonight by Daniel. How are you, Daniel?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm always good. I'm always good. It is it is good to have Scott here today with us. He released a video today. Um it was a long video. It's like a 45-minute video. Did you see that one?
I did not. I just haven't been feeling too good today. It's been kind of laying around, but I'm feeling better now. So,
Oh,
you
oh,
know,
that's good. His video today was talking about the topic of the video was love and how people interpret love and the different meanings of love. Oh, and there's Jen. There we go. The lovely Jen. So she'll be going live in 2 hours.
awesome.
So right. So what would you like to talk about, Daniel? Or would you like to just jump into some questions?
So your channel is about teaching people how to do YouTube or getting them started on YouTube or basic things like that.
My channel is it it used to be how to get started on YouTube. Now it is more about teaching video editing techniques and maybe doing like reviewing some gear that is not expensive that creators who are just starting out can buy so that they don't have to go spending like £400 or £500 on a microphone that they don't need when a cheaper microphone will do just a good job. Mike's in the house. Mike's Adventure Sparks.
Hey, Mike.
So,
Yeah.
one of the questions that I had for you was you recently changed the name of your channel. So, do you feel like now that is a new beginning for your channel, or do you feel like that is an awakening of your channel?
Well, considering I just did it yesterday, um, there was kind of a combination of things that led up to this. I've been doing YouTube for almost 7 years now. I kind of wanted to change. I saw Scott change his YouTube channel name, which is fine. My name was good too, but I just wanted something more personal. I think a couple months ago, I was watching either Rob the Maritimer or somebody, or maybe it was Scott again doing something where he changed his channel and put his actual name in it. Right, changed it and put his name, and I just felt like Outdoors with Daniel. I mean, granted, the DG Outdoors channel was my first and last initial. I just felt like I wanted something different. The hard part right now is going to be transitioning everything over, like my merch store eventually, and
Yeah.
I've got to change my little channel icon, but I have to get on my Chromebook, which is dead right now, to do that, because I wish I could do more stuff on mobile, but I can't because I use basically my phone for everything. But I think it'll just take some people, getting used to it, the new name. But other than that, it'll just be me like I've always been. So,
Like Mike said, Scott, sorry, said DG stands for doing good, Daniel.
Thank you,
So
Scott.
when you put out the poll on your community tab, I voted against changing the name because I just thought DG Outdoors was like a cool name. But then once I seen the change, I was like, actually, that suits that works better. So I think it shouldn't take too long.
No.
It depends, I suppose, how much of your merchandise do you want to go completely to Outdoors with Daniel, and how much do you want to keep as DG Outdoors? Because they are
They're
two
they're they're
different
the
names.
same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're two different names, but they are still um, basically the same
I may
things.
keep my old stuff as like the OG line and then just make some new stuff and add it to the line of stuff I already have. And that way I don't
That's
have to change anything. just change my icon a little bit. So
Did did you know that since you started your channel 7 years ago, your channel has 1.9 million views?
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Hey, Daryl, how are you? Yeah, 1.9 million views. That is incredible. It really is.
Yeah,
Um,
and well, I think my subscriber count is 4,480 or 58 or 40, something like that. I think I'm about halfway to 4,500 or 4,400. I can't remember what I'm at. Something like that.
um, I've got it here. I could be wrong, but I've got it here as 3,480 subscribers with 2,263 videos.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So now that's a lot of consistency.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, Scott's asking, are the majority of your views from shorts, or are
No,
the
because
majority?
I didn't start shorts. Well, probably, but I really didn't start shorts till up about maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And all I did was go back into my original videos and clip out parts that I liked and threw them up as shorts. There was one night where I stayed up all night and just went from video to video making shorts, to the point where YouTube told me, hey, you can't make any more shorts for 24 hours. And so I don't remember how many shorts that was, but lately, though, I really haven't been making as many shorts as I used to. I used to do, if I made a video, I made a short about it. And now I've just been really doing the long form content. Every once in a while, I'll make a short, but it's not, the views are different. Yeah, I'm glad I get subscribers off of them. But since I make the majority of my AdSense revenue off of long form content, I really want people to watch my long form content.
Yeah.
And, so.
Okay. One question that I've had for since I started watching your channel, but I couldn't remember if you'd answered it when I just started watching your channel, was how did you and Carissa meet?
So Carissa and I we still do. We met at work. We both work at a nursing home. And back then we met in 2019. She was doing CNA classes and I was working in the kitchen. And that's how we met. We met at work. So
Oh, that's cool. And how long have you been together now?
7 years. So 6 years. Oh, it'll be 7 in October. Yeah. So
7 years in October. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go with because your channel has fishing and some of your music videos and like some videos with you and Carissa on them. Do you have a thing, a thing that helps you decide what videos do go onto YouTube and what videos do not go onto YouTube?
not really, because normally if I'm fishing, you guys are getting a YouTube video out of it. Now, there have been a few times, like last weekend when we went on a 2-day vacation, I didn't film any of that, but I took pictures for like a post where I posted like 1 or 2 pictures of a fish that we caught. But normally it's like, I go make my video. I could be out fishing for 3 hours. Within an hour after I get done, I've got that video edited and uploaded and onto YouTube. There may be days where things don't go the way I want them to, and there's been times where I haven't posted a video because it didn't go the way I wanted it to, or I didn't catch anything or things like that. But normally I pretty much have my phone on me all the time trying to making content. So
I think that's most of us. I know that would be very relevant for Scott, especially for the last 2 weeks, because he's been like recording something every day. and then just putting it into a long form video. What do you feel? How do you feel about cigars? Because Scott is trying to get Jen to start smoking cigars.
I don't smoke. I don't chew. I hardly drink. Um, Especially now that I have diabetes, I won't drink. But even before then, before I started taking care of my health, I didn't drink very much. You know, maybe one here or there. It's just not
Yeah,
something I do. I've had my grandparents, you know, pass away of cancer and things like that. So it's just not something. It's just not me. You know.
I I haven't smoked for about 5 years, maybe. I
Now
do.
I'm not against it if you do, but it's just not for me. You know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I I remember back in the um, late 90s, I spent about 8 years um, like smoking cannabis pretty much all day, every day. And it's only when I stopped I stopped smoking cannabis because I emigrated over to Canada for a year. And it was only when I came back from Canada that walking past people and you can smell the cannabis on them and you think, Jesus, is that what I used to smell like? It's just a terrible, terrible thing. But yeah, I think that like we have Pops and he rolls his own cigars, and that I
That's
think is an
cool.
art form. Um, for people who can like because he makes his own blend of like tobacco products, and it's just an art form. And
Yeah.
Jen is saying that cannabis is now legal in Canada. So,
So is it legal where you're at? Because in Indiana, where I live, it's still you still can't have it. All the states around us, you can have it, but not where I'm at.
over here, everything is illegal. You can't smoke cannabis. You can't own guns.
Yep.
Um, it's just it's
Yeah. I
a
knew about the
mess.
firearms and things like that. I just wasn't sure about the cannabis. So
So Jen is saying it feels like there are more cannabis shops than there are Tim Hortons.
we
Well,
have I don't know how many CBD shops here. Like it feels like there's one on every corner, or vape shops. Vape shops are popping up
yeah, see, I have my vapes.
everywhere.
Um,
Yeah.
that's how I was able to stop smoking years and years ago, because I switched over to vapes, and it just helped me so much. And as for
Yeah.
drinking, I'm not a big drinker, and I was recently told by a specialist at the hospital that I have to cut out alcohol completely, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. It doesn't bother me anyway. So where do you get the ideas for your songs and your like your music videos?
So, well, I'm going to tell you guys this because I haven't told anybody else this, but I don't think I'll be making anymore. Um, the app that I use updated and changed some things, and I don't like the platform. But how I did a lot of it was from life experiences, or just I wrote one about a volunteer firefighter, which I am one. I have been for 15 years, whose whose relationship is going up into flames. And so there's a song on my channel about that, and how he can save people in a burning building, but he can't save his own relationship, kind of thing. I
That's
wrote
deep.
one about that that's loosely based on me as a teenager, called I think it was called "We Knew Nothing at All," and it's based on a boy and a girl in high school who are dating, and the boy's older and he graduates, and he tells the girl he's not going to leave her because she's younger than him, and it's like that young love. We thought we knew everything, but we know nothing. And
Oh,
that song's on my channel. And then, of course, the one about Carissa, I wrote the very first one, and then the song about how we met and how we were both married when we met each other and our divorces and all that kind of stuff. I wrote songs like that. So then there's
That
some
was the
fun ones like Let's Go Fishing, where I just compiled a bunch of fishing footage from me and Carissa over the last 3 years and made a fun song like that. So it's, yeah.
the song around about the time when you did the song about you and Carissa. That's around about the time when I had subscribed to your channel. So I didn't. I wasn't aware of how you and Carissa had met at that point. But is there no other apps that you could use as a replacement? And by the way, we have to say hello to the amazing Sally D.
Hi, Sally.
Sally is in the chat.
So
Yeah.
I will make a side note here that nobody from my channel knew that I was coming on here with you because I kept it a secret because I knew most of your friends are my friends. And so I was kind of like, well, we'll just see who shows up. And maybe you have a few friends from across the big pond there that I don't know personally that can check out my channel and stuff. But oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think I might subscribe to maybe one British or English YouTuber. All of my other, the people who I subscribe to are all over the place, like
Gotcha.
New Zealand, America, Canada. And
Yeah.
I think that's partly why I spend most of the night awake trying to catch up on everybody's videos. But yeah, the only time people knew that you was coming onto my live stream was when I posted, when I created the link for the stream, and I had to create the thumbnail, and
Gotcha.
then
Yeah.
that automatically goes to Discord.
There you go.
So Scott was saying you can't keep your secret from Discord. I mean, I could if I'd have waited until 8:58 to like release the thumbnail.
So you're asking me about other apps.
Yes.
Suno, what I had downloaded was free. So I could have so many tokens per 24 hours. That's what I'm afraid of. If I switch to something else, they're going to charge me to use it. And I don't want to. Like, I had Grok, like I was using Grok and Chat GPT for a while. And then Grok started wanting to charge me. And I was like, I'm not paying for this. So if you guys look at I've been working a lot on my thumbnails, going back to old pictures of me. The good thing is what I use as thumbnails, the stock photos are on Facebook. So I use AI for a lot of my thumbnails now because they can put text in it, make it look all cool. I really like to enhance my stock photos to make them pop, make them look nicer, add some titles to the thumbnails. So I'm going back in my catalog. And again, Chat GPT, I can only do like 4 pictures a day, but that gives me 4 videos. I can redo the thumbnails and try to add more or get more viewership on those videos with my new thumbnails and updated thumbnails through old pictures and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I completely uninstalled Chat GPT, and that was because Laurie mentioned that she uses Claude.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, I'll try Claude, see what Claude's like. And it is so much better. And
is it free?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you get like 5 hours worth of messages every day.
Okay.
And like you can link it to your vidIQ if you have vidIQ. You can link it to different things. So when you're asking it for ideas or asking it, like all the data that I had about your channel came from Claude, who got all the data from vidIQ. So, and Jen is saying that a lot of apps are moving away from the free versions once they have you hooked. I've found that as well. It's like they wait until they've got you in there for a few months, and then they're like, "Okay, now you have to start paying. We'll give you."
Yeah, it's really dumb. It really is. And here's the thing about Chat GPT, and I've heard this from other people, that Chat GPT is a people pleaser. It'll tell you what you want to hear. And it's crazy
Yeah,
because I'll ask it dumb questions like, "So, how long have I been on YouTube, and how many?" And it'll be like, "We can't find this information." I'm like, "You're a program that searches the internet for information that's publicly found on the internet. It doesn't make any sense." So maybe Claude will be better. I'll try Claude out. Yeah.
yeah, you should. Claude is just, it's so colorful as well. Like gives you colors, and I just love
Nice.
colors. Okay. So Lottie may be popping in, or she may be lurking in the background, and
Nice.
Jenny's saying everyone who knows Lottie loves her, and
Oh yeah.
I would. Lottie and people like Lottie and Sally are like the matriarchs of this community. Um, they just bring so much love and support to everybody.
Yeah.
So we've got um, Scott is saying that Jen can give him somewhat to hold on to. Um, and we will forgive her for lurking.
But
So,
Lori just sent me a text message because she sent me a birthday gift and I just got it before this live stream. So I texted her thank you and she was replying back. So she's around. Hopefully she'll pop in here. But
oh yes, Lottie's always around.
oh yeah.
She might not be making videos, but she did say she will not stop popping into people's videos and popping into their live streams when she can. So, okay, next question for you. You get a lot of your budget fishing gear from like Timu and things like that. So, what do you think? Is budget gear underrated, or does it have its certain limitations?
It depends on what you get. You could buy one thing from Timu and it's works really good. 90% of our fishing lures here in the United States, anyways, unless it's a US made company, is made in China, right? Where's Timu stuff made? Made in China. Now, granted, there could be some things like quality issues, like the hooks aren't as strong when you talk about treble hooks on a fishing lure. Or I'll give you a prime example. I have some little grasshopper lures, some little micro grasshopper lures that I got in a promo from Timu for free. And I actually did when I test them in my bathtub, I test the action. I tested them in my bathtub. And then I went to the creek. I didn't make a video of this, and I wish I would have, but I actually caught rock bass on those little grasshopper cricket lures. They worked just fine. Now, I've had some things like little weighted bobbers and things that I didn't think the quality was really good, but they worked just fine. It's just sometimes you get a lemon, sometimes things work just fine, so
Yeah,
that's
abs-
how I look at it.
abs- absolutely. And it's the same like with Amazon. You could spend like $50 buying something off Amazon. Some people will say it's absolutely brilliant, and some people will say it's terrible and they'll return it. So it's all about. Um, I like to read the reviews before I buy something
Hmm.
to see what the quality of like. And oh, that could be the comment of the night. Jen says the fish don't recognize authentic fishing gear.
That is right.
Yeah. See, the fish are not fussy. They don't care if your fishing gear is Gucci or if it's Gary. They
Yep.
just they just want to bite something. So, what is the best piece of kit that you own for your fishing gear that you got for almost nothing, like so cheap?
So a rod and reel combo I have is it's called the South Bend Neutron. I actually bought it at Dunham Sports for $20. And on that combo, now I did take it had monofilament line on it, and I stripped all that off, but I put 20-pound braid. Is the combo that I caught that 12-pound catfish on.
Okay.
Granted, the next day after I caught that 12-pound catfish, I took that reel off, threw it away, and bought a better upgraded reel for it, but the poles worked just fine. A lot of the components of those cheaper reels, they had plastic gears and stuff in them, so they don't last as long. And so it's just like, for what it did, that cheap $20 combo caught me a 10 to 12 pound catfish on a bluegill hook. So I was actually pretty happy about that.
Oh, that's always nice. In the
Yeah.
chat, we've got Scott thinking his Magnum TA. He's rolling in his 5.0, got his rag top down so his hair can blow.
See, I wish I had long hair like you, Scott, but I don't.
I wish I had a beard like Scott's.
Yeah.
There's people like Scott and Pops and Old Mike. Their beards are just awesome.
Yeah.
They really are. So Scott's saying he never left the 80s because they're totally awesome. It is the best generation to have grown up in is the 80s.
I could argue with you, and that's only because I'm a 90s baby. But, you know.
Did you enjoy a lot of 80s and 80s movies and music?
So, as far as 80s movies go, I love Rambo. I love Rocky.
Everybody loves Rocky.
So, I like, this might be 80s or 90s, is the Die Hard movies. And I have all with Bruce Willis. And I started actually, I like hard media, so DVDs, because sometimes I'll go to trying to find a movie on streaming, you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, or you got to pay for it still. And so it was cheap for me to buy like the whole Die Hard collection on a DVD pack with all the DVDs in it than it was to buy the movies individually. So, but I have all the Rocky, I have all the Rambo, I have all the Goonies is one of my favorite 80s movies. Goonies Never Say Die. Growing up, I loved Iron Eagle.
With the black dude with the bald head.
Yeah, that was the captain. About the boy whose dad was in Iraq or over in the Middle East, and he had to go save him. And Queen did an amazing job on that soundtrack. But as far as 90s movies go, my all-time favorite 90s movie is the original Twister from 1996.
Helen Hunt. Oh.
Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton. And
I think in that movie, Helen Hunt could possibly be one of the most beautiful women in the world in that particular movie. And I think I've never seen Helen Hunt in a bad movie.
I've never seen her in any other movie. I think that's the only movie I've seen with her in it, but it's still a good movie.
Oh no, she's been in a few. Wasn't Bruce Willis in Sixth Sense?
Yes. Yeah, Sixth Sense. Yeah.
And you know that there is a connection between the movie Sixth Sense and the movie Titanic. Did you know that? There is a connection between the two movies. Would you like to know what the connection is?
Yes.
I see dead people. See, I've got them all day. But,
Oh, that's an Okie joke. Oh,
I know.
Man.
But the thing is, it had you laughing.
The sad thing is that that's a dark joke. Oh.
It is a dark joke.
Almost gave me a headache. Wow.
Sometimes the best jokes are a little bit dark, and see, even Dad's laughing. So Sally says Die Hard has too much swearing. I think that was the 80s as a whole had too much swearing. But
here's the thing: the world has gotten so soft. All right, and I'm talking as a millennial. Okay, but the world's gotten so soft because the things you would have got away with 40, 50 years ago, you're not going to get away with now. The humor's different. Everything's different. You know, like what was I watching the other day? I love Family Feud with Steve Harvey, but they had the original 1970s Family Feud on there, and I don't remember who the host was, but he literally went up and kissed every single one of those girls on the lips that were on that line each way, and I'm like, that dude seemed like a creeper to me, but it was a different time, like.
I think it's the way I look at it is, as a society, we are too afraid of offending people, and people are getting too easily offended over things that are not really offensive. They are meant in a humorous way, but people are like just getting offended way too easy. And then, but it's a sad state to be in. Scott says he's trying to inject a little more sense of humor into his weekly videos, not being quite so serious. He's enjoying that a lot and he hopes it comes through. It does come through. It
Oh yeah.
does. Um, one of the highlights for me for this week's video and last week's video is seeing Scott's very, very suppressed road rage, because um, Scott would be Scott just has almost zero road rage. You've got like people like Jen driving corners on two wheels, effing and blinding at people. And then you've got Scott just nice and calm. He's like, I'm not gonna let that bother me. It's not gonna hurt my day. It's not gonna I'm still gonna get to where I need to go. So it's not ruining my day. And I like that. I like that. It's it's the way more people should be, just to be chilled. So, where do you have a dream place that you would love to go fishing? If money was not an object and money was not a barrier.
If Carissa and I could take a week's vacation together, and it's hard for us. We get the weekends off together, but we get different days off during the week because we work in the same department. It's hard to take a vacation together because then you have two people away. I've always talked about I want to go to Lake Michigan, and I know that's not very far from here, but I want to go on the Indiana side so I don't have to buy another fishing license when I go. But it's just always been like a trip that's a few hours. Well, I don't know how many hours away it is. 5, maybe 4 hours away. Maybe it's not that far, but it's like that's what I'd like to do. Go to Lake Michigan and go fishing. Or money is no issue. I would really like to go meet some of my friends down in Florida and do some surf fishing on the beach, which I've never been fishing at the beach before. That'd be cool.
Have you ever tried ocean fishing?
No. So even though I was born in New Hampshire, so I'm from the East Coast. It's just I never had a chance, and I even have family in Florida. I've just never had a chance to go or take the time to travel down there to actually try to do that. So it's just one of those things I'd want to do. So,
have you ever gone fishing with Ali G?
I have not been fishing with Ali G. She wants me to go. When she comes up to Indiana, now where I went fishing the other day in Jasonville, Indiana at Shakamak State Park, that is 12 miles from Linton, Indiana, where her grandparents live. And I know where that town is because when I lived in Worthington, Indiana, I used to go to that Walmart all the time. So we could easily meet up and do some fishing together, and we've talked about it. We just got to make the time, meet, and see when she's coming up and all that stuff. So,
okay. I think that'd be quite cool.
yeah.
Going and the lives as the videos as well. You'd have like you, Carissa, Ali.
Oh, hey, speaking of Ali G, I haven't put a post about this yet, but Wednesday night, Ali G is going to be a guest on my live stream again, talking about fishing. So y'all stay tuned for that. Tune in for that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I mentioned Ali G in one of my last videos, the video I made for Laurie. saying that she's possibly the funniest person I know, just because she's she makes anything, turns anything and makes it into like humor. Like I think Ali invented the your face jokes.
I started using that at work. Someone said something. I said, "Your face was that," or whatever, and I'm like, it's gonna get me in trouble one of these days. But I've been throwing it around now. It's been stuck in my head.
You see, the thing is, the best ones always stick with you, and before long, other people in work will start saying it, and you'll just hear it in the background.
Yeah.
So that is just how life goes, I think. Okay, so let's what Scott's saying. I want to put up a map of the world on the wall, then pins into all the locations that I've traveled to. But first, I'll have to travel to the top two corners of the map so it won't fall down.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, the thing is, how can you have a corner of a map when the world is round?
Mm.
I wonder if Scott is a flat earther. No, I think he's too smart for that.
So you were talking about Lori Sosork earlier, and her last video that she posted, her last live stream when she talked about that she's taking the summer off, I almost cried. I felt like whatever she had to say in that video, she was speaking directly to me. Like, and she's a very sweet person. And then I did watch your video where you were talking about her and Ali G and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I was genuinely upset when I watched that video because I think in my head I was like, Lottie won't be coming back to YouTube, but actually it meant that like she's not leaving YouTube. She's still going to be around. She's just redirecting her time and her energy into other projects where she's been called to, and that is perfectly fine. And I am excited for because she's starting work on a book, isn't she?
Yeah. Yep. Or at least she's talked about writing a book.
Hello, Dana. Dana's here.
Hi, Dana. I hope you make some good cookies.
Anything Dana makes is good. Dana doesn't even have to look. She can. I'm pretty sure that she could make things in her sleep and they would still be amazing.
Speaking of writing a book, Dana should make the cookie cookbook.
Dana could make so many cookbooks.
Okay.
Is it? Yes. So tomorrow is a big day. Do we know what happens tomorrow, Daniel?
It's payday for me.
For two people in particular, something happens tomorrow that money cannot buy. Matthew is going home to Sally and Daryl's. So tomorrow, Sally will not be on YouTube because she'll be bawling and crying and hugging and kissing, and
it'll be a good time. Yeah,
it will be a good time, and it'll help take her mind off life in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Jen's, I think the ladies are starting to outnumber. I think the ladies that now have the majority in the chat. So, and Sally is saying, Lottie is the leader of our family and she's not going anywhere. If she did, we would all fall apart. I agree. I absolutely agree. But I know, because Lottie has said this to me herself, do not think that she is the leader or she is the candle that lights everybody else's candles, because she wants the focus to be on every member of the community rather than just on her, because she would say that every member of the community has a purpose and is brilliant in their own way, which I agree with. But Laurie has a way of connecting people. So
Right.
rice is great if you're really hungry and want to eat 2,000 of something. I've never wanted to eat 2,000 of something. Unless Dana made 2,000 cookies, then maybe. But
That'd be a lot of cookies.
oh yeah. Scott says he's a flat middle earther. So how about you, Daniel? Can you cook?
Can I cook? I can if I have to. Carissa may disagree, meaning she feels like I make her cook all the time. But I can cook if I have to cook. I'm very anal about, like, if you're cooking noodles, you constantly stir the noodles. You don't leave the pot because, then that's from working in a commercial kitchen and making big pots of noodles. You have to constantly stir it so it doesn't stick. And it's like, if you leave, then it overflows and you have a big mess. And plus, if you don't cook it long enough, then the noodles aren't done right. They're not soft enough. It's just, there's times where she just tells me to get out of the kitchen. It's kind of like this too with our laundry. I don't fold the laundry the way she likes it, so she'd rather just do the laundry herself because I get in the way.
It wouldn't hurt to learn.
I think you have been married long enough to know that there are two ways to do everything. There is your way
In her
and
way.
then there is, well, I don't call it her way. I would call it there's your way and then there's the right way.
There you go.
Because I'm sure that's what Carissa would tell you. If you'd have done it the way I told you to, you would have done it right.
Do you know how many times I've heard that come out of her mouth?
I can
For
imagine it.
example, all right, truth. For example, Daniel, I told you didn't need that. If you wouldn't have spent that money on that, you would have had money for this. I hear that all the time. Yeah. And there's been times where I've told her she's right. So.
And there are all the times that he doesn't listen.
Yeah, and she sees she literally just said from the bedroom, there's all the times that I don't listen. So.
Well, I think that's because, and there are videos all over YouTube confirming this, the attention span in people these days is not what it used to be. So it's hard for us to pay attention for as long as we used to. That's what I would say. I mean, not if I was there. If I was there, I'd say, sorry, Chris. Yes, Carissa.
Well, you're also talking to someone who has ADHD, so my attention span is a lot shorter than whatever you're talking about, too.
Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, apparently Dana's got
the attention span of a goldfish, I swear.
Oh, I didn't think it was that much. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Dana has a cookie freezer.
She has a cookie freezer?
Yeah.
Just you have a whole freezer just for cookies.
I thought the only thing people put in freezers were like bodies and stuff, but no, Dana keeps cookies in them.
I keep chicken nuggets in mine.
Not anymore. You ate them all.
Well, I did eat all my chicken nuggets, but still.
So if you did something and you didn't do it the way you were asked to do it, Sally would tell you to just do it yourself. So,
yeah.
And Scott is saying, imagine trying to bake cookies using nothing but candles.
Scott, where do you come up with this stuff?
Well, I actually understand what he's saying because remember in my video for Laurie where I was explaining that she lights our candles and helps us light other candles. And then, like, even in the thumbnail for that video, I have a candle lighting another candle.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
that's what Lottie was saying, that each member of the community lights the candle for the next person. And even though you're lighting the candle for another person, your candle does not burn any less bright. It still burns as brightly as it always did. So you go from the candles with Lottie to Dana and the 10-foot chest freezer full of cookies. And that's how you get cooking candles. Cooking candles. Oh God, there's trouble. That's how you get cooking cookies with candles.
Ah,
And here
gotcha.
is your partner in crime herself, Ali G, in the house.
Hi, Allie. My sister from another mister.
She is indeed. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend trying to say that 5 times quite fast. Cooking cookies with candles. Ali has been fishing all day and she's had not one bite.
Come on, go quiet.
She's been
So-
fishing all day.
Oh, been fishing all day and she's got not one bite.
That happens sometimes.
So she's got in the car to cool down and found this awesome live stream. Well,
You
thank
got to
very
hold your
much.
tongue right, Allie. That's what they
I've done
say.
it. It's 90 degrees here with a feels like 102 with the humidity. I think I burnt some brain cells just being in the sun.
You got to go early in the morning or late in the evening.
Yeah, how does explain to me like I'm a 5-year-old, because when it comes to fishing, I am a 5-year-old.
Okay,
How
so
how does the weather affect what the fish will and won't do?
if it's going to be really hot in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
your fish probably aren't going to bite as well, and so that's why if you go early in the morning, it's cooler. The fish are hungry, they're going to eat. Late in the evening, they're getting hungry, they're going to eat, and it's cooling off. And but it's hard to catch fish in the middle of the day. I'm not saying you can't, but weather, like fish eat good before it rains or during the rain, things like that. I don't do a lot of fishing in the rain because I don't want to ruin my phone or whatever, but that's what they say. And there's a saying: the fish won't bite if the cows are laying down. So
Don't fish near a field.
don't fish
Ali
near a field.
she saw fish swimming around all day, giant gar. I have to get the right gear. I had an ultralight pole, and all I saw swimming around in the river was like 8-foot gar.
So ultralight, anything that you have a really small reel, okay? You have really light lines, so anything from 4 to 8 pound test. And so it'll make, like, if you catch like a panfish, like a bluegill, it'll make it feel like a really big fish, and it could only be a really small fish. I like using ultralight stuff, but the gar, you want like a metal leader because they have teeth, so they
Ali
can break
was,
your line really.
Jen was asking Ali if she was using Timu lures for the fishing.
She's probably using Ollie's bargain outlet lures.
Well,
She's at
she
that
was
store more than I am.
She was using live worms and spinner baits.
Ah, gotcha.
Nice glittery spinner baits. And yeah, Jen says maybe the fish wanted the cheaper stuff then. If you're an 8-foot fish, I don't think you want cheap stuff. I think you want the good stuff.
That'd be a good story, though. You went and bought the cheapest stuff you can find and caught a monster fish on it.
Very true. So Ali's saying that is true, Daniel. The cows lay down when the humidity is a certain level because of lightning, and they can sense it. And so can the best. So bass love to bite when the pressure is around 30. I'll be honest. I think if lightning was a factor, I'd lie down as well.
I wouldn't go fishing if I saw lightning. Just saying. So, Peter, are you still planning on getting your first fishing pole and going fishing and all that stuff?
I won't go fishing on my own
Yeah.
because I haven't got the patience to be there for 3 hours and not like talk to somebody. Um, but I'm waiting for my brother-in-law to say yes, he's up for it. But getting an answer from my in-laws can take anywhere from 24 hours to 24 months. So I'm not holding out much hope. That's why I live vicariously through you and Ali. So I've been like watching Ali's videos now, and anything that I don't understand, I'm asking her in the video, why did you do this? Can you explain this? And she's been gracious enough to take the time to explain everything so that like even a dumbass like me can understand it, which has been helpful because if I do ever get a fishing set up, I've got half an idea of what I'm doing. And Ali's saying that's what I meant about the right gear. So she needs the gear that falls within the right um, price range. Or would you say, what gear would you go with if you was trying to catch giant gar, which I've never heard of?
So it's
Oh,
not price range. She's talking about gear set up for that specific species of
yeah,
fish. Okay.
yeah,
So if I was gonna go after gar, which I've never gar fished, but I've watched enough on TV, you're gonna want a metal leader. So it's kind of like fishing line, but it's got two swivels on the end. And you tie it to your fishing line because the fish has teeth. If it's gonna go bite on your fishing line, it's gonna cut your fishing line in half. And you're probably gonna want like a big catfish circle hook, a really stout hook, and um, and then it comes down to bait. Are you fishing with live bait like bluegill or minnow, or like are you using worms, or are you using like chicken livers that you'd use for catfish? I mean, bread, all kinds of like there's it it all depends. And it also even comes down to what kind of fishing pole are you using. Okay. Because different fishing poles have different strengths. Like something I'm gonna bring to go bass fishing, at minimum, I want at least a 6 foot fishing pole, and I want it to be a medium action. So there's decent bend. You don't want light. A light medium is like really bendable. The very tip
yeah.
bends a lot. You want
So
it a
it's
little bit more stout.
how
Yeah,
flexible the rod is.
because
Okay.
yep. And then like if you're going for catfish, you want a medium heavy. So it's a very stiff tip on that rod. So there's a lot more backing to that rod. So when you anchor it, you're going to catch. When it comes to catfish, you can catch anything from 2 pounds to 80-pound catfish. It's like you want your gear to be able to match what you're fishing. So that's kind of how I look at it. And it does, when you start out, you're not going to know all this stuff. It's stuff that I've learned from doing it. I went the first time, just went and bought a cheap fishing combo, and you cast it out there and you catch whatever you catch. It's like, you know.
Is there a Scott? How's the volume now? Is that a bit better? Scott asked me to turn the mic up a little bit because I had turned it down yesterday. So, is there a setup that you could use to catch almost any fish, or do certain fish only certain rods and things only work with certain fish, or is that based on like whether you're lake fishing, sea fishing?
It's kind of a mix of both. If I'm
Okay.
going to go out in the ocean and go fishing, you might want a surf rod, or like certain, like if you're fishing in Florida, you can use shrimp, or you can use crabs or certain things like that, or even worms to catch fish out in the ocean, which I've never done. Again, I'm just saying what I've seen on TV. But like if you're going river fishing, like there's how am I saying it? There is probably an easy all around setup But it all depends on, like, if you're fishing the river, how deep you want to fish, things like that. What you're using, what you're fishing for, just things like that. And Allie can probably explain it better in the comments than I can. That's the one thing about me is hard is like I know things, but for me to explain things, it's very hard for me. Unless I'm physically doing it, be like, okay, this will work for this situation, or you know.
Ali is saying no, the metal leaders because the gar have teeth. There's alligator gar, the Florida short nose gar. There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
5 different sets, but they all have teeth.
Yep. The metal leader because they have teeth. Yep. Yeah. So, hey, your audio cut out.
Is that any better?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Is that louder?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
It's
I
louder
thought
than
I
it
w-
was when we started. I was like, but I could understand you and hear you just fine. So, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. All this time I thought I was hiding the volume on my microphone up. I was actually lowering it down. Technical issues. So, yeah. Jen was saying that I could go to places like B&M or Halfords for fishing gear. I said, no, I'll go to Aldi or Lidl. But Jen said, you've got to have some standards. And she also says that handling the worms puts her off fishing. Well, you can't fish with things that are not worms, can't you? Like sweet corn, hot dogs.
Yeah, yes, you can. I've got videos on my channel where I've caught fish on hot dogs. I've caught catfish. I've caught bluegill on hot dogs. As a matter of fact, I've went to the Old Avoca Fish Hatchery and caught fish on hot dogs, bluegills, and I've caught a little catfish down at the creek on hot dogs. I've yet to catch a bass. I say you can. I've caught them, like the Jack Link's beef sticks.
Yeah.
I've chopped those up and I've caught fish on those. Corn.
Like beef jerky type things.
Yeah, like beef jerky, but they're the little circle beef sticks. Corn. Carp love corn. And if you're in the UK and you want to go carp fishing, corn is the way to go. But they make artificial lures that look like real worms, look like real fish, things like that you can use too.
And Laurie is in the house. Laurie says that YouTube needs an audio option for comments. Life has been good, certainly missing all of you, but I've been enjoying watching life through my eyes and not through the lens.
We love you, Laurie.
We do.
You gotta take care of what you gotta take care of personally, So.
Laurie's been working in the garden,
Oh,
which is always relaxing. And
tomatoes.
Ali was saying that she doesn't know what she's going to do once she catches the gar because they are big there. She's going to put her GoPro in the water and show us next time. I think that would be, Scott said it as well. That would be really cool watching a underwater footage. Yeah. Ali says she would say that cut bait on a float rig works.
Yep.
Would catch the biggest variety of fish, whether saltwater or fresh fish.
So you catch the little bait and then you put them on your hook and cast them out there. Yep.
Oh, yeah. So you take the bait, cut it up, put it back on, and that'll be good in saltwater or freshwater.
Yeah, because you cut bait for freshwater, you can catch like catfish. You can catch gar with that. You can catch a lot of different types of fish. Like predatory fish are going to eat cut bait. And in saltwater too. Yep, you catch all kinds of stuff.
See, I didn't realize that there are actually things that you can wear for for fishing and stuff that are like bite proof. So like for alligators and things like that, you can have waders or like boots on that will offer some protection against the teeth, but I suppose it's still a good idea to have your eyes open and keep your wits about you.
So they make a thing called a fish gripper. Okay. And
Okay.
some of them are plastic, some of them are. This is a different kind. I haven't used it yet. This one, you actually like put around like the belly of the fish and hold it, and it clamps. My mom got me this for my birthday, but they make a
That
lip
looks like
gripper. Huh?
that looks like something I'd use for gardening.
Yeah, and you just grab the fish and hold it as the fish is flopping, so that way you can, hold the fish in one hand and take the hook out. But they make some, and I don't have one. Actually, I do. It's just out in the car. But it clamps onto the lip of the fish, so that way you don't have to. Like a catfish has a really strong muscular mouth, so sometimes it's hard to get your hand down in it to hold the lip of the catfish to take the hook out.
Okay.
And a lot of times, guys will use fish gripper or mouth grippers, and then they'll use pliers. I use pliers a lot to take fish hooks out of the hook of a fish.
I've seen the mouth things that you was talking about. The tools specially designed for removing the hook.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ali was showing on one of her recent videos the better or the more humane way of removing the hook from the fish's mouth.
Pop it, you hit it, and because there's a barb on that hook, and you got to try to pop it out to get past that barb so you can slip it out of the fish's mouth. Yep. Yeah.
I think they're just videos that I look forward to watching now, because I feel like every video I'm learning something new in them. Good night, Em's got to go. Em's got a riding.
It was good to see you.
She's going riding lessons today.
Oh.
So, right. Well, it is now 10 o'clock here. So I think that's a good time to call it. And
All right.
we can carp also eat black-eyed peas straight from the can.
Oh.
I didn't. Did you know that?
No.
Maybe something for you to try.
Maybe. Yeah. Interesting.
Okay. Well, everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. Daniel, thank you for joining me. And
Yes, sir.
I will see you all in an hour in Jen's live stream. I will see you then. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.